Much better. Hello, my beautiful and beloved troglodytes. Today, we're going to be playing Elden Ring, but I'm a very, very sleepy little fella. In layman's terms, we're going to be using the Sword of Saint Trina. And personally, I believe that this is one of the most slept-on weapons in the entire game. Without any further ado, let's get to it. Anyway, this is the character I ended up creating. I tried just to make her eyes shut so it looks like she's constantly napping. And yes, I know she's strikingly beautiful. The run starts as every other run does. I pick up the finger and take a tactical nap. Anyway, did you know Batman takes naps that can range anywhere between 20 and 30 minutes, totaling in about 4 to 2 hours of sleep every single day? Anyway, would you look at that, we made it to Limgrave. Hey, look, it's the church that I can't actually stop myself from mentioning. I went and said hi to Melly Melly and she gave me Torrent. I also got the stone sword key that's near Rodrigo, and died because I have an absolute skill issue and summoned a guy by accident. And then I went straight to Caelid, because as long as you have a single stone key, you can just get Saint Trina's sword immediately. And now I can use my weaponized NyQuil against all the bosses. Anyway, let's go do the starting bullshit they have to do on every playthrough. Straight to Fort Height, got my medallion, passed away unfortunately. Went and grabbed the Axe Talisman, one of the best starting talismans in the game, can carry you all the way to the end. I love this fella. Got the tears that are here because they're pretty solid at the start of the game. And what are tears without the physics, so I went and grabbed that and the tear American that's in this church. And then Melly Melly appeared and decided that I was going to the round table hold, so I immediately went there. And I upgraded my weapon to +1. I know, a huge upgrade. And on the topic of the number 1, if you all get me to 1,000 subscribers, I will beat the game at level 1. Or at least try to. I don't think I'm good enough, but I will torture myself and see if I can. Hey, look, a magical mystical portal. I wonder where this is going to take us. Straight to Garank. Please comment hi, Garank. Please, all of you right now. Yes, you. I'm looking at you through the screen. Yeah, you. Comment hi, Garank. And because you took so long to comment hi Garank, we actually made it to the ball spot, but unfortunately I don't grind my ball just yet, because I'm here to go cheese the Knight's Cavalry, because that is a lot of juicy runes that I want. Unfortunately, he did kill me first, but then I did come back and murder him in the end, so all is balanced in the universe. I then went into the parkour at the side of where Garank is, and I definitely didn't die because I am a professional Elden Ring player, but in the end I did get the Dragon Crest Shield Talisman, because you know, damage negation is damage negation. And then I decided it was time for us to head to the Liurnia of the Lake, so I took the hidden path that's down the side of Stormvale. Hey, look, we made it to the Liurnia of the Lakes. And don't worry, my beloved troglodytes, I did remember to grab the tear this time. Ooh, mystical magical portal. Peep this awesome shotgun, my beloved troglodytes. Did you know that you can just jump off of this bridge, land on this rock, and go wherever you want? And while I was, out and about, I did grab the key. If you're a long-time troglodyte, you already know the reason I came here, is so I could go straight to my main man, EG. But unfortunately, I am one broke little bitch, so I couldn't actually upgrade my weapons yet. So, my beloved troglodytes, this is part of the video you've all been waiting for, the ball grinding segment. Woohoo! For more information, Google Big Don Tom ball leak, and then use my newly acquired wealth to go upgrade my weapon. Now let's go do something slightly more productive and go kill Morgott. Transition. Shout out to that one guy in my comment section who was like, the Pokemon music does get stale after about 30 minutes because you were onto something. I know it's only the start of the video, but I think breaking it up like this, using little bits of different songs, is a much more enjoyable watching experience. So yeah, good advice. The Big Don Tom channel loves constructive criticism. Anyway, my beloved troglodytes, it's time for us to go to Stormvale Castle, where who would have guessed absolutely nothing happens. Even the gate guy didn't turn up. He was so unimpressed by Stormvale in its entirety, he decided he was not going to waste his time here. And his actions are completely justified because nothing fucking happened. Anyway, my beloved troglodytes, did you know that you can actually take this lift in Stormvale and just skip a pretty sizable segment? For this information, please like and subscribe. Please, I'm on my hands and knees begging. Hey, would you look at that? My shameless self-plugging took so long. We're outside of Godrick's arena. Let's go fight him. Woohoo, transition. Godrick the Golden, more like Godrick the Sleepy, the way he's in the ground dead and asleep right now. Oh shit, I haven't been to Fort Feroth yet, let's go do that right now. Yes, that's my little quirky way of transitioning here after a boss fight, woohoo. I grab the medallion and leave. Now, I wonder why I would need to go get the other medallion. If only there was an area that you can only go to after you got the medallions. Makes you think. I obviously went to the Bellum Highway next. And of course I grabbed the tier while I was here. And then I went to the lift because it was near. And then it clicked, I came to Altus Plateau way too early. I hadn't even done Rare Das Scout's questline yet. So of course that's immediately what I go do. I go talk to Das Scout. Das Scout then told me to go kill this prawn guy, but he was way too chill. He gave me a sick ass emote and some prawns. So I buy the necklace off of him, immediately go back to Rhea the Scout and give it her back. And now I headed back to Altus Plateau where Rhea the Scout was waiting for me. She did grab my hand, which made me blush just a little bit. But it turned out she was actually taking me to Volcano Manor, where I immediately lied to Tanif's face. Because long-time troglodytes know why we're actually here. We're here to rob them blind. We're here to get loads of little upgrade stones. I also grabbed the Albinaurix mask while I was here, because, you know, I kind of have a brand image to uphold. You know, because I am literally a little Albinauric fella. Other than that, nothing really happened, except there was this really important bridge. They gave this shit an entire cutscene. It must be really lore important. And what happens next really put a smile on my face. I got to fight one of the Godskins. If you don't know anything about me, I love killing Godskins. Unfortunately, he did best me one time, but after that, I did put him down, so I'm a happy little camper right now. And then I realized something absolutely fucking tragic. This entire time, I've been leveling mind instead of endurance. I beat this game once a week. I have almost 1,000 hours on this shit, and I'm still making little stupid mistakes like this. And obviously now with the Godskin dead, there was really nothing in the way for us going getting the stones that are here. So anyway, welcome to my new favorite segment, Counting with Big Don Tom, where I'm going to teach you how to count from 5 to 7. So the first one, 5, obviously. You'll never guess what comes after 5. 6. You know what comes after 6? 7. And because you seem really good at counting, my beloved troglodyte, we're actually going to go to Caelid so we can figure out what comes after 7. Obviously it's 8. You know what comes after 8? 9. I then go upgrade my weapon to +9. And because I now know how to count to 9, I decided I was going to go to school so I can figure out what could possibly come after that number. But it turned out this wasn't a normal school. There was this big fuck-off wolf thing which I ended up killing. It attacked me first in my defense. And then I remembered I hadn't been to the Weeping Peninsula yet. So of course I immediately pull up because there's a tree that I need to murder. So I can get my 2 favorite tiers in the entire game. The Opaline Bubble tier and the Crimson Burst tier. Because health regeneration is cracked and awesome. And of course while I was in Wimping, I got the 2 tiers of America. Anyway, I think it's about time we go back to school. Because it's time for us to go kill Moongrum. And Moongrum was one weak-ass bitch this playthrough. He felt my blade almost immediately. Hey, would you look at that? There's absolutely nothing stopping us from going and killing Rennala. Transition. My beloved troglodytes, we are using a +9 weapon. What did you expect her to do? Live? No, she died immediately. I went and I quickly grabbed a larval tier so I could go back to Rennala so I could, rebirth. So I could take all the points I put into mind and actually put them in endurance where they're meant to be. I then went back to Altus Plateau so I could go gather all the seeds that, on these stairs and then fight baby Morgott. And obviously baby Morgott is a very easy target, so he dies basically immediately. He does drop some weird little quirked up stamina talisman, which I do end up using for a little bit, so here's on screen if you really care. And then I remembered that I actually had to go speak to the old woman so I could get my next talisman pouch. And obviously I needed a good talisman to put in that pouch, so I went and I got the green turtle talisman because, it's fire as hell. All I have this labeled as in my notes is dumbass death. I don't know if I'm the dumbass or the game's the dumbass, but please decide in the comment section below. Hey, but it is time for the crab guy, and I personally love the crab guy because I bought some crab off the crab guy. Shout out to the crab guy. And while I was in the area, I decided I was going to go kill the tree sentinel. Or should I say the tree sentinel decided he was going to kill me because I died to him. But unfortunately for him, I did kill him on my second try, so L. Then Melly appeared, and she appeared to be happy about something, but I had not a clue what she was happy about because I didn't listen to a word she said. Leyndell is a bit of a boring area after you've beaten this game 100 times, so let me teach you a little cool shortcut for my trogs. If you just jump off of this ledge here, you can land on these buildings, carry on going until you get to the end where there's the cart, and then you can just jump off the cart. With the amount of times I've beaten this game, this probably saved me hundreds of hours of time. Miyazaki decided he was going to bless me with a big fuck off tree that is really easy to kill and drops 1,000 million trillion runes. It doesn't drop that many, it drops about 50k, but shut up. The joke still makes sense. Thank you, Miyazaki. And then I realized I finally made it to Leyndell, so I can actually go get my outfit instead of being naked the entire run. So of course that's immediately what I do. And yes, the dress is drippy and I look absolutely fire right now. Please leave a comment complimenting the fit. Anything for engagement. Why do you come to Leyndell? One reason, to go fight Godfrey. So let's go kill the bastard. Transition. And as you could see from that fight, Godfrey was easy as fuck. When Miyazaki was deciding which bosses could be put to sleep, he was definitely just flipping a little coin when he was deciding, because I think it makes more sense for a ghost to be able to stay awake. My beloved troglodytes, you all know what comes after Godfrey. Vase? You guessed correctly. Good job, my troglodyte. We're gonna go do the entirety of Vase's questline. Vice then told me to go fight Mr. Beast, so we did a last to leave an area challenge. Unfortunately, Mr. Beast left first. Left into the afterlife, but I still think I won. Vase was very happy with my work, so he decided to send me on another mission to go get some blood, thinking this guy might be a little bit of a freakazoid, but we continue. So I went back to the tutorial area so I could go kill the boss you meant to die to in the tutorial. So I could go past him, go to my original maiden, and finally get a use for it because I steal her blood. I then returned to Vase, and he was so happy with my work, he actually snapped my finger in two. But he did give me a teleporter, he told me not to use it though, but unfortunately for him, I have TikTok brain, so I completely forgot what he said and immediately used it. Hey look, we're in Mohgwyn's palace. And obviously the first thing I do in Mohgwyn's palace is grab the Somber Stone 10 because I want to max out my weapon. And it doesn't take a super genius to figure out that's exactly what I did next. I upgraded my weapon to +10. I then head back to Mohgwyn's palace so I can go get the Holy Damage Negation Talisman. I'm about to go fight Morgott. It'll be very useful for that fight. Anyway, after all that bullshit, I went back to Leyndell where, hey look, it's the first time an Elden Ring player's ever been in someone else's bedroom. I'm gonna go find Morgott now, so I'm gonna put one of my quirky little transitions in here. Are you ready? Psych, because apparently I died to fucking Morgott, so yeah, let's rerun that bullshit. Transition. Morgott the Omen King? More like Morgott the Fraud King, the way he is an absolute fraud and died so quick. How did I die to this man? Unfortunately, the tree said no, but Melly told me I had to go to the Mountaintops of the Giants next. Anyway, let's hurry along, because this shit's like the most boring part of the game. Door, lift, talisman, lift, Forbidden Lands, lift, and Mountaintops. Don't ask why it's in a rhythm. It took me so long to actually get them words out of my mouth that that's what you're stuck with now. What's the first thing that you do when you go to the Mountaintops of the Giants? If you guess kill the fire giant, you would be incorrect, because we are going to Castle Soul first. Peep this sick-ass shortcut, my beloved troglodytes. You can just jump off this ledge, jump off this tree, and get straight into the castle. I definitely didn't die twice trying to do this. I also went and grabbed some bewitching branches, because there's no way I'm doing this a normal way. You ever seen a man have a major skill issue? Well, you're about to, because I died twice to Commander Niall. Oh, Niall, I forget which one this is. But unfortunately for him, in the end, I do win, because I am better than him in every conceivable way. This means I can go grab the medallion half that's up here, and because I am a completionist, I go straight to the Albinary village so I can get the other half of the medallion. And now we can go on everyone's favorite little side quest. So first things first, I hoist my little secret medallion and get to like the secret path to the Haligtree. I wonder where we could possibly be going. Hey, look, that's a lot of fog. Hey, look, the fog has cleared. You know what? We haven't cleared this little fucking town yet, so I get in the Ever Jail, or whatever the fuck they're called, I don't care. I light all the lights, and absolutely nothing goes wrong, because I am a professional Elden Ring player. Hey, look, a magical, mystical portal. I wonder where this could possibly lead us. If you guessed literal hell, you would be correct. I died here 8 fucking times. Not 7, not 6, 8 fucking times. But hey, at least I did finally make it through in the end, am I right, gang? Quite frankly, no one cares about this area, do you, my beloved troglodytes? I know I'm inferring, because I don't care about this area, and we're all twins in this amazing channel we've built together. So I'm gonna skip straight to Loretta. I died twice to her, but I won in the end, so who really gives a shit? Not me, not you, let's carry on with our lives. And nothing else really happens here. There's the base of the Haligtree, but who really gives a shit about that area? What we do give a shit about is the poison swamp, because somewhere on this planet right now, Miyazaki is sat there with the biggest smile on his face, because he knows the sheer amount of players he's tortured with one of his little poison swamps. Anyway, my beloved troglodytes, you know the real reason we came here. It's so I could get the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman, because it is the best damage negation talisman in the entire game. Hey, with that out of the way though, we can go right back to the Mountaintops of the Giants, where I immediately pick up a tear from this church. And now you're not going to believe this one, troglodytes. When I got to the second church that's here and fought the blood guy, I actually died twice. I am not good enough at this game to make it like my fucking full-time hobby. But as always, in the end, I did come out victorious, and I did grab my tear from that little church, and I did continue with my life. Hey, we get to fight the fire giant next, and I'm going to be honest with you, troglodyte, I quite like you. You liked and unsubscribed, so we're homies, so I'm not going to waste your time with the fire giant fight. I'm just going to skip over it. Believe it or not, it's actually a really easy fight, and I first tried it. It's just way too fucking long. Please, Miyazaki, please cut this fight down. Unfortunately, though, Melly did have to sit through that entire fight, and she decided that she was going to off herself, because being stuck in a loop of infinite fire giants is infinitely worse than whatever could come after death. Miyazaki did decide to have a little pity on my soul, though, and he sent me to Farmer Azula. Little did he know that Farmer Azula is the vein of my existence. The only thing that I found that was mildly interesting that I'm now going to show you is this cool little shortcut I found. You can just jump off of here, roll over here, whatever the fuck you want to do, I don't care. And you can get down and fight the Godskin duo even quicker, just in case you hate yourself and hate having fun. And on the topic of hating fun, how about I go torch myself and fight my least favorite boss, the Godskin duo. Woohoo, let's go kill them. Transition. This may be my top 5 weapons of all time because it killed the Godskin duo with such ruthless efficiency. It's almost like the Godskin duo are an infinitely more enjoyable fight when you can fight them one at a time instead of having to deal with 2 people who don't synergize at all. Fuck the Godskin duo, goated weapon. But hey, we can carry on going through Varr and Azula now. There's absolutely nothing fucking here, so let's cut straight to the Tree Sentinel. Now let's cut to him dead as fuck on the floor because he doesn't have a boss bar, he ain't getting edited. And we all know what comes after the Tree Sentinel, right? Troglodytes, it's fucking Maliketh. We're gonna go fight Maliketh now. Are you ready to go fight Maliketh now? Transition. That Maliketh fight was way too fucking close. I have fallen off. I have fallen into a ditch. There is no reason I should be struggling at Elden Ring after all this time with such a good weapon. But hey, would you look at that? The Rune of Death is unbound. And for some bizarre reason, that takes us to the Ashen capital. And you know who's in the Ashen capital? Sir Gideon Altney the All-Knowing. Or as I've so lovingly nicknamed him, my divine punishment. Because tell me why the fuck I died 6 times to Sir Gideon Altney the All-Knowing. I'd say 5 times is too many. Goddamn, I'd say 1 time's too many. He's a really easy little fucker. Nevertheless, he bested me a lot. But in the end, I did kill him. And all I had to do was back him into a fucking corner. Hey, but you know what that means? It's time for us to go fight Godfrey, an infinitely better boss in every conceivable way. Shame I died to him 1 time, but ayo. Something quirky transition. My absolute go. I love this boss so much. I love his design, his lore, and everything. Any chance to glaze him, I will glaze him. Quite frankly, he should have been the final boss. But my beloved troglodytes, you know what this means. It means there's nothing between us and the final boss of Elden Ring. So how about we get to it and then, you know, quirky transition. You know, my entire thing, I have a little quirky transition. I'm gonna show you like an image of a cat or something, and then I'm gonna transition. Woohoo! Transition. Anyway, now we've defeated the Elden Beast, I can finally do what my character was born to do and go take a long-ass nap and go to bed and never actually wake up again. Anyway, my beloved troglodytes, this was a quick video. It only took me 5 hours and 7 minutes. And what's that, 25 seconds to beat? Woohoo! This is my equipment if you even care. If you really want to, know what my equipment was, here's what my equipment looked like. Status by the end of the game, have a gander. I was level 100, which keeps happening. Don't know why I keep ending these at exactly level 100, but pop off king, I guess. Anyway, this was a fun one. I actually really like this weapon. I think it is the most slept on weapon ever. Joke intended. The same joke I made at the start of the video. We've come full circle, gang. Sleep well. Ha, that's another joke in it, because sleep video. Anyway, watch the roads. Don't drink too much, you might die. And survive and live long. Prosper, home dogs.